are going for a whole hour. Straight dog talk and the song. Jump on in and speculate. Show up on time, don't be weak and late. We are community, so don't hate. And learn to cooperate.
What just happened there? What is going on, guys? Tonight, we're jumping in Monday Bully Live. We're going to be talking about the one thing that a lot of people in this community want to know. How do you breed Merles? There's a lot of people that love Merles. They love the coloration. They love so many things about it. But at the end of the day, do they really know how to breed Merles? Okay, I am getting waved down here. Okay, I see what's going on. Hold on a second. It looks like the stream was deleted. Try creating a new stream or just remove and then re-add it. Okay, so let me just remove it and let me re-add YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. We have slight technical difficulty. It doesn't happen often, but there you go. We got everything set up now, so we should be coming in 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right. So listen, tonight we're going to be talking about Merles. You guys seen in the past, I've brought people on here, big time breeders with big names, been breeding over 25 years or 30 years, they claim. They're the first ones that are going to tell you that Merle is a color and that you could breed Merle to Merle. Who do you believe in today's day and age? Bottom line is you got to realize there is a bit of a narrative issue when it comes to breeding. Usually the person that's got the narrative is going to kind of twist things around to fit everything into whatever narrative they got. For some reason, when we started this stream, I'm not seeing the amount of people on here. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream. Okay, never mind. It's starting to come up right now. Okay. Sorry, guys. I normally don't have it all over the place the way it's working right now. But either way, sorry, guys. Real quick, let me go into comments. We got Jay Bullies Inc. Bully fan, what's up? What's up, man? Holiday Bullies, what's going on? Chris Holiday, number love, man. Adam Fields, like always. It's Sarata in his eye. What is going on in Sarata? We got Life of Miklo. Life has me tied up on the lives. What's up, Bully fam? Coming in live from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. There you go, man. Saludo desde Mexico. What's up, QPN? We got Dracula in Serrata. Yeah, that's weird. The chat disappeared. It did, but right now it's back on. It's kind of weird because I had actually started this live and for some reason had to delete it. I don't know if the best thing to do is delete it and start over again. You guys let me know. Is everybody able to see the live comments? If not, I'll delete it and we'll restart it and we'll do it all over again. Let me know. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds. Let me know. Are you able to see the chat? And Sarata says yes now. Okay, so here we go. So guys, basically we're going to be talking about Merles. You've had people even on this live come in here and say, oh yeah, Merles is just a color because I read it somewhere in a book in another language that only this person knows. And you know, you could breed Merle to Merle and this and that and the third. And what it ends up being is people trying to fit things into the narrative. We're going to be talking about what are the myths with Merles and what are the truths. We're jumping in right now, and with me is going to be my co-host, Money Mizak. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, fam?
Hey, yeah. I almost forgot to say, man, we're playing a game tonight. We're playing a game. And the game is there's two numbers that are going to come up. There's two numbers that are going to come up, and I'm going to specify when they came up. So you need to pay attention. If you hit those two numbers, I'm giving you Nuvet NuJoint DS. In addition, after this live is done, I don't care if you're catching me live or you're catching me on the replay. If you drop a comment and you're one of the first 20 names in the comments, what's going to happen is next live, I'm putting your names on the prize wheel. I'm going to spin it, and whoever it falls on, you're getting free Nuvet NuJoint DS. So that's
I like it, man.
Hey, we're going to jump into topic here real quick, man, because one of the things I hear a lot is that breeding Merles, there's high risk of producing double Merle defects. Have you ever heard that, Mike? That the reason that people don't want to breed Merles is because they don't want the double Merle effect?
I have heard that double Merle causes defects. I never heard the double Merle effect. No.
Okay, well, the double Merle effect is just that it's going to cause defects when you breed two Merles together, right?
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter to that is the only time that you breed Merle to Merle, which is how you get to double Merle, is when you are unethical. There's no ways around it, guys. If you're breeding Merles and you're not doing at least an embark genetic test to verify whether the puppy is or is not Merle, you are being unethical, man. You're really crossing boundaries. You may be sending a dog to somebody that doesn't know they have a Merle and turn around and breed it to a dog that's Merle. I want to show you guys something, and I want you guys to let me know right off the bat which of these two puppies I'm about to show on the screen is a Merle. Which one? Puppy on the left or puppy on the right? Let me know. You think it's that brindle Merle on the left, or do you think that's a blue Merle on the right? Let me know what you're thinking. Who do you think is Merle out of these two, Mike?
I know how you roll, but I would say it's impossible to say by just what I see.
Okay, that's a good statement because you definitely know how I roll. Let's see what they're saying. We got Caitlin saying left. Billy Watton said left. Pamoha Tutashinda Foster said right. Shade Tree says left. Sulema says left. Big Onk says left. Great majority saying left. Miss Peanut the Queen left. G Boss 713 left. Raymond Bulls left because of nose. Ooh. D Taylor says left. B Merle Ghost on right. Okay. They both can be Merle, says Marty Youngin. All right, Marty. Unfortunately, you're not a member. If you were, right now, I give you a free spin because this is the answer I'm looking for right here. This is the answer. Now, my dude is talking about the nose colors, and he's right. Sometimes you can tell that there's Merle in a dog because of that tiny little speck that you're seeing on the dog on the left, right there on his left nostril, right? If you're looking at it, right? But the truth of the matter is the pup on the right can very well be Merle. And it is called cryptic when it's a Merle that doesn't show Merle patterns anywhere. The only way you're going to know that dog is carrying a Merle gene is if you're doing a genetic test. That's the only way you're going to know, right?
So this is where people get all mixed up, man, because if you can't see it on the dog because it's cryptic, and then you don't do a genetic test on the dog, and you wind up breeding it with another dog that's Merle because you think your dog's not Merle, and then you're breeding double Merle. You got a genetic test, man, because you don't know.
This is correct, man. This is absolutely right. Let me show you guys another set of pups. I'm not letting you know that they're both Merle or one is Merle, not the other. I want y'all to tell me which of these two pups is Merle. Now look at the nostril, right? Look at the nostril, because my dude over there at Brahman, he dropped the little nostril thing. That's fine. But now is it consistent with what we're saying? Which one's the Merle? Let me know. Right? So we got Mike Hennigan saying right. Okay, we got D Taylor saying both. We got Tapping You saying left. We got Jose Hernandez saying both. We got left. We got left or both. Come on, guys. Left or both. Come on, Inserata. Give me one and roll with it. Both, in my opinion, says Brahmin. Okay. Left says shade tree. Life of Miklo is saying both. All right. I'm going to give you the answer. It's both. It's both. So whenever you hear a breeder come onto a show, whether it's my show or anybody else's, and they're talking this narrative about, oh, I can tell one of my dogs is Merle by just looking at him. Guys, if you want to be fed a bag of groceries, then you're going to be fed a bag of groceries. Just because somebody's popular enough and they're setting the narrative doesn't mean that what they're saying is right. Okay? Let me tell you guys this right now. How many right now think that Merle is a color? Give me a yay if you think it's a color. Give me a nay if you think it isn't a color. All right? And be honest about it. Now, I'm not here to point you out or anything like that, but I am here to break it down for you. All right? So let me know. Let me know. Is Merle a color? Yay. Or Merle is not a color? Nay. Let me know. Okay, I guess some people don't understand the yay, nay. Victoria does. Says no. King says no. Adam Field says nah. Michael West says yes. All right. Inserata says it's a pattern. No, nah. No, it's not. It's not a color. Somebody says, yeah, she thinks it's a color. No, we got yay. Okay, so we got a little bit of a mixed bag. So listen. I'm going to go off of the first answer that Google's shooting at me, but let me just make the statement before I do. I've already researched this. I've been on top of this for years. I already know what the answer is. That's why I'm rolling with the first response. But I typically don't take the first response Google ever gives me because Google is being influenced by those that are paying behind it. With all that being said, look what happened when I looked up. And look what I typed up top. Is Merle a color or a pattern? Very direct. It says Merle is a pattern, not a color. That affects a dog coat by creating mottled patches of diluted and solid pigment. The Merle gene modifies the expression of other coats, meaning a dog can be a blue Merle, diluted black, or red Merle, diluted brown red, for example. So I'm dropping that for all you Google warriors, right? Every time I drop something, there's a Google warrior that wants to prove it wrong. So I just dropped that for you, but I'm here to tell you I have researched it and it's 100% on. Okay, Merle is a pattern. The reason that that's important to understand is because if Merle is a pattern that redistributes color, it spreads it out even more. What happens is when you breed one Merle dog to another Merle dog, you get an exponential of moving color out and letting white come in. Very pretty to look at, okay? Problem you run into is there's this little color gene, if you want to call it, or coloring that you need, right? That you're going to need for the ears and you're going to need for the eyes, okay? And if you don't have the coloring, the melanin for the eyes or the ears or the heart or the liver or the spleen, then you start running into issues. So let me show you guys what a double Merle puppy looks like. Look at that. How many of you think that this is an adorable looking puppy? Let me know. Say, I think it's adorable. Look at the eyes. Look at the eye colors, right? Look at the eye color. Look at the nose. Actually, I'm very surprised the nose has some blackening whatsoever. All right. But here's the bad thing about this puppy looking at you. I know he's adorable, but here's the bad thing about this puppy. That puppy you're looking at, hold on a second. That puppy that you're looking at can't hear you. And quite possibly can have vision issues during the day. So as a breeder, if you created something like this, where are you on the fence? Do you just care about creating a pretty little puppy that people want to buy? Or did you realize you just failed because you ruined a puppy's life?
I want to clarify something that you just said right there, for just to put a little further in layman's terms.
Shoot.
So when he said melanin, for people that don't know, the melanin is the color in our skin, right?
Yes.
But the melanin affects more than just the color of the skin. The melanin is also additionally a part of what makes the ears and eyes and a lot of the major organs function properly. They
Correct.
need the melanin to actually function properly. If they don't have it, because of the disbursement of color, the lack of color, they can lack function. And so that's the risk you run into there.
And Michael Higginson, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm
Thank
proud
you,
of you, bro, because you in it, bro. You in it. You see what I'm saying? So that's when people say, I don't breed Merle because you get nothing but blind or deaf pups. That is a coverage statement that says two things about what you're saying. First of all, you've come across unethical breeders that are doing that. And second of all, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about, because that's only breeders that are unethical that would do something like that. Okay, you could definitely sidestep it with a $100 test. The other thing, which goes in hand with this, is the increase of deafness and blindness. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay, heterozygotic puppies, meaning puppies that were bred between a Merle dog and a non-Merle dog, had perfect eyesight 97% of the time. So that 3% of the time might have been something going on with their eyesight, had nothing to do with the Merle gene. The Merle gene cannot potentiate itself unless it's doubled. It can show itself by itself because it's a dominant gene, but it will not exponentially potentiate itself unless it meets another Merle gene. Just remember that, man. It's really that simple. Ethical concerns, right? Merle is a natural pattern in many breeds. Ethical breeding prioritizes health over color, with 80% of Merle dogs living full lives. This is not me saying it. This is the Journal of Heredity 2022. You don't believe me? Go look up the article. All right. Registries like the UKC allow Merles with health certificates, promoting responsible practices over blanket bans. This is based on the UKC standards as of 2025. So if you have health certification, it's going to be a go. And I kind of think that should be the right way to go about it, but not just with Merles. I would like to see that go about with just all dogs, because let me tell you guys something. Years back, I was against Merles because I felt there was a new fad coming in, this, that, and the third. Okay. What I decided to do, to be as objective as I could, I joined like 5 or 6 Merle Facebook groups, and I started interacting, reading, seeing what they were talking about. I was completely flabbergasted. They were talking about health testing, about making sure you're not breeding Merle to Merle, about genetic testing, the very thing that 99.9% of the people that don't have a Merle dog are not talking about. And that drew me in. Not gonna lie, it drew me in. And I went ahead and I bred a Merle. I brought in my boy Congo. Y'all are well aware of my boy Congo. I've shown him here many a times. This is my boy Congo. All right. And one of the myths that we're going to be busting here tonight is I get people saying, oh, Merles usually have more skin issues. You ever heard that, Mike? People saying that Merles have more skin issues?
Yeah, I have heard that.
Okay. Well, look, so that we don't get it twisted or we get it confused, I want to show you guys this video I took today of my boy Congo. I want you to look at his skin and coat. Now, I will say, if you look at his front right paw or front left paw, you're going to see some orange dirt on there. It's because he's a hole digger. All right, he likes to dig holes. But outside of that, just take a look.
Congo.
I mean, that coat is glistening. Coat is glistening. For those of you that follow me and you know that I've been making videos on the coconut oil bath, Congo is one of those dogs that is basically continually on a coconut oil bath. We do it once every 2 weeks. Real simple, no harsh chemicals, none of that stuff. This dog is living his best life. His coat is amazing. I don't have any health issues going on with my boy Congo. So if you do have a Merle dog and you're having health issues, all right, and you're wanting to know what you can do so that, you know, you can improve your dog's situation as far as health, I'm letting you guys know already. I am bathing my dog with coconut oil and water, and my dogs are on Nuvet and NuJoint DS. I dropped the code here at the very top. Okay, you get 13% off with the auto ship. Nuvet NuJoint DS is going to give your dogs vitamins and minerals that are cold pressed, made at human food grade level, 100% natural, and has never been recalled. Just keeping it real with you, man. Adam Fields saying number love for Congo.
My blood pressure is a Congo son, and same thing, man. Good coat, great coat.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Here's the thing, brother. A lot of times we build an image of someone because they're popular, because they happen to be pioneers or be at the right place at the right time when they're producing dogs and whatnot. You guys would be surprised how many conversations I have on a weekly basis with breeders who've been doing this for over 30 years that have never heard of a coconut oil bath, that have never heard of how to breed a Merle, that have never heard of a vinegar and water bath. And, you know, or that swear to you, like I had a guest here a while back, if you all remember, he was swearing to everybody that Merle is a color and you could breed Merle to Merle. That, you know, it wasn't just nobody. It's somebody that's been doing this for over 25 years, well known in the community. So just keeping it real with you guys, just because somebody has a platform, including myself, look, if you're going to go be a Google warrior with me, that's fine. By all means, go ahead and check me. I challenge you to, because that's only going to build my credibility. But I also challenge you to do that with every other person out here saying whatever they want to say. You're going to start realizing who's saying what to set a narrative and who's saying what, keeping it real. It's just that simple. Now let me jump in here because I want to hit all these different ones. Breed standard violations, right? So some people have said, well, I don't want to breed Merles because ABKC doesn't recognize them. Well, listen, bro, when was the last time you opened up the AKC book? We even brought in Dave Wilson, the president of the ABKC, earlier this year, and we had this conversation. All right. He's basically opening it up to Merles, and depending how things go, he'll either shut it down or keep it open. I'm paraphrasing, but that's coming from him. So
they even had a sideshow at Nationals last year, but a part of Nationals where they were allowed Merles to compete for the first time.
This is correct.
In ABKC.
This is correct. But now this year, they're being allowed to compete.
Yep.
Just openly in shows, right? Mm-hmm. And actually, over 60% of clubs have now done away with the Merle ban as far as dogs coming in. So only 40% of the registries are really banning them at this point. The other thing is overbreeding and market saturation. And you keep hearing this. Merle's percent, less than 15% of the entire of bully litters right now. So in reality, you can never have a market saturation with Merles as of this moment when they're only making up 15% of the entirety of bullies. All right. Quality Merle breeders with test, they usually command a higher price. So if you come to me, for example, and I'm selling a Merle, it's going to cost you. It's not going to be cheap because I'm genetically testing not just the parents. I'm genetically testing every single pup in the litter. So when you get whatever you get from me, not only are you getting knowledge and knowing whether your dog is a Merle or not, you're also going to know whatever health situation is going on, whether they have a short muzzle gene, long muzzle gene, whether they're going to grow up to be yay big or just yay big, so on and so forth. This is why it's important that the breeder that you work with is going to be somebody that's going to be doing genetic testing, knows how to interpret the results, and doesn't only create a narrative to be able to just sell you a dog, right? The next thing, a lot of people are saying genetic diversity loss in Merles. All right, so let me counter that. There was an article by Genetics 2023. Look it up. This is not me saying it. The Merle gene, which is known as SILV, is dominant and easy to manage. All right. Outcrossing Merles increases diversity by 70% of lines versus non-Merle breedings. Non-Merle inbreeding. So breeding Merles outside of their line, basically doing an outcross, you're going to completely diversify by up to 70%. So to say that basically the Merle gene has no diversity because it's in the small populace, straight BS. If you line breed a dog too much or you inbreed a dog, you can say those dogs have low genetic diversity. The minute you outcross those dogs, you open it up, right? Higher vet cost for health issues. Mike, have you heard this? That Merle dogs bring higher vet cost.
That one I haven't heard.
Well, a lot of people, and look, I got a lot of this stuff from group chats, and I'm just looking at things that are getting a lot of likes or a lot of responses. And
I can see where people might think that.
Yeah. Single Merles have no elevated cost. When I mean single Merle is a dog with one dominant Merle gene and the other one is a non-Merle gene, right? So lifetime bills equal the same as non-Merles. This is per the AVMA, which is the American Veterinary Medical Association article in 2023. All right. Only double Merles increase cost by 20%. So as long as you're not breeding Merle to Merle, you're not looking at extra costs or anything like that. Temperament myths. So this one left me with my mouth open. So people think that dogs that have Merle are more aggressive because supposedly they were bred to, like, I believe one of the breeds was the Alapaha. I have a hard time pronouncing it, but bottom line is no genetic link between Merle and aggression. Temperament is breed. It's breed / environmental. It's got zero correlation. This is based on an Applied Animal Behavior Science article in 2021. If not, by all means, go look it up. All right. Legal registration barriers. Counter. 70% of U.S. registries, UKC and BKC, register Merles. Bans are breed specific and decreasing. AKC 2025 updates. This is the AKC reporting it, right? Also, there's international acceptance. The FCI, for those of you that follow that registry, allows in Aussies, right? And that overrides local barriers for ethical breeders. This is as per FCI standards of 2024. And the last one that I'm going to hit before we jump into questions is puppy buyer education challenges, right? Merle education, single versus double, increases buyer satisfaction by 25% versus other patterns. This was an article made by Pet Finder in 2025 survey. So you guys that are looking to buy Merle pups, you appreciate the breeder breaking it down for you so that you don't make a mistake and jump in and breed double Merles. Let's see what we got here in the comments, man. Let's see. No. When did Merles turn up in history? Real quick, Ralph Anderson. Merles have been around before the Roman Empire. So I can't sit here and pinpoint when, what, where, but they've been around before that because they had some hounds that were Merle, right? So they definitely must have been around before that. By the way, Merle is not something that is man-made. Merle is something that happened naturally in nature, and we incorporated it into breeds. All right. So let me see. When did Merles show up in history? I just answered that. When did Merle? Okay, I just answered that. I've heard of the temperament a lot. Okay, you're right. Okay, Ralph is saying, wow. Okay, we got that. So let me just say this before we get off. Guys, first 20 people after this live is done, I don't care if you're catching us live or you're catching us on the replay, first 20 people to drop a comment below, not here on the chat, below on this video, I am going to be putting your name next week into the prize wheel. And once I put your name into the prize wheel, we're going to go ahead and spin it. And if you don't know what the prize wheel looks like, this is it right here. We're going to spin it. It's going to fall on one of those 20 people's names. And whoever gets it is going to get free Nuvet NuJoint DS.
Are you also mentioning about the 2 to 3 weeks for members? Or
yes.
Are you not even...
I'm glad you told me. Let's start it off, and I'll finish with that. Go ahead, Kyle. Start us off, man.
You boy Hollywood Holland, you boy in the back at the queue. We're catching you on the next one.
Michael Higginson.
Michael Higginson, man, Creek Bank Kennel out of Arkansas, man. Your co-host with the most. I'll be catching you on the next one.
Guys, this is all for the queue. You know, we do this every Monday at 8 p.m. We are changing quite a few things. One of the things we're going to be changing is the live that you're watching right now. We're only going to have it on. Right now, we're saying 30 days. It could become 15 days. I suggest if you haven't done so to become a member, all lives will be accessible to members for as little as $5 a month. Not only could this be a two-way conversation, but you'll have access to all of our entire library. Guys, this has been Raul from the Queue, and I'll be catching you on the next one.
We are going for a whole hour, straight dog talk and the song. Jump on in and speculate. Show up on time, don't be weak and late. We are community, so don't hate.